What's going on, guys? Testing here. Welcome to Fortnite. Today we'll show you how to gather resources fast in this game. So let's get started. So as you guys might already know, resources are basically the most important thing in the entire game because this game is all about building, I mean, weapons are also important for fighting and stuff, but in my opinion, actually building is number one, even before the weapons. I mean, no, weapons might be more important in a degree because without them you won't be able to kill people. So yeah, maybe weapons are slightly more important than materials and building in this game, but generally speaking, building is very important. Anyways, without further ado, let's get right into showing you how to gather resources fast in this game. So yeah, let's get right to it. Alright guys, so I'm gonna divide this video into two parts. The first part is going to be showing you the best locations to gather every type of materials ever. So as you guys might already know, we have three types of materials: the wood and the brick and the metal. Now we all know that since day one of the game. This is not big news. Of course, it's my luck that I came into the only spot that's actually a little bit digged into the ground to do this part of the video. What am I doing right now? What am I doing? Okay, let's just put the wood right here and the brick right here. And what was the point of me redoing that? Absolutely nothing, but I wanted them to be, visible a little bit. I don't know, it's OCD, I guess. Wow, look at these yellow flowers. You never notice these kind of beautiful things during Battle Royale games, right guys? I mean, that's the beauty of Playground. You get to observe the environment a little bit. But in Battle Royale, you don't even have time to breathe. Anyways, let's get started by talking about the wood for a bit. So what is the best location to gather wood in this game? Right here in Dusty Depot. Now actually before that, the best place to gather wood was of course Moisty Mire, especially after they added that film set. It was the #1 spot to gather wood because it had a bunch of wooden planks and also the legendary trees that you gathered from. A ton of wood by each one. I guess each one gave you 100 wood was actually there. So yeah, the #1 spot to gather wood was Moisty Mire, but unfortunately Moisty Mire is gone and I don't think it will ever return. So yeah, basically right now the #1 place to gather wood, what the hell is that? 400 and oh yeah, we're in playground mode. 530 wood, of course. Okay, hold on a second, let's just leave this match. Alright, I've joined the 50 versus 50 match so that you would realize what actually the number of wood that you will get by landing in Dusty Depot and gathering the trees there. Of course, ignore the ridiculous number that we found in playground mode. I don't know why the numbers in playground mode are so ridiculous. I guess they want you to fight your friends fast, I suppose. Anyways, yeah, let's see the actual number of wood that you will get by destroying one tree in this part of the world, which is 68 wood. So if we do quick math, look, I'm not in the mood of doing math right now, but I think it will take like 10 or 12, no, not 10, 10 will be 608. Okay, let's see what this wood is going. Okay, 57 to 68, so I guess this is the range between 50 and 70, something like that. So yeah, generally speaking, you will need to break up to 14 trees from this place if you want to gather 909 wood just from the trees. But if you consider the loot that you get from the actual place, which is Dusty Depot, it will be something like 9 to 10 trees, including the wood that you will get from inside, something like that. Alright, moving on, let's move into the best place to gather brick in the entire game, which is basically, okay, hold on, let me just get that for no reason. I don't know why I care so much about my loot in this is the 50 versus 50 answer. There, right here is the best location to gather bricks in the game. I'm gonna show you where it is exactly in the map. It's right here, these bunch of rocks that are next to fatal fields. Now these rocks are actually very valuable when it comes to brick. You will get ridiculous amount of brick from them. So like if you break them all, or if you break even 3 out of 4 of them, you will basically make it to 199 bricks. So yeah, this place is very rich in bricks and I think it's really cool, but be careful a little bit when you come here in Battle Royale game because this place is not exactly safe. A lot of people come here because it's next to fatal fields, which is a very crowded area, so you've got to be careful when you come here, I'm just saying. Also, there are lots of loot that is scattered around this place and I think there is a chest nearby somewhere, so that would be a very good reason for a lot of people to come here and cause you a lot of trouble. So yeah, just be careful. As for the best place to gather metal in this game, it will be this place where a bunch of vans are parking here for some reason. There are a lot of vans in this place and you'll get from every single van up to, okay, hold on a second, let's see. You will get like 45 to 50 metal from every single van. Okay, let's see one more time. There we go. Yeah, let's say from 45 to 50, that's the range. Now here's the location of this place in the map. It's right here, right next to Retail Row. You'll find this RC, parking place right here. Yeah, that's exactly what it is located in the map, right next to Retail Row. Now actually, unfortunately, you won't be able to get 999 metal from this place, but you will come out with like a good 700 metals or something. But be aware that it's also very dangerous to do or gather metals from this place in Barrial, simply because gathering metals from vans is very loud and a ton of people will hear you and come for you. So yeah, it's very dangerous to gather metals from this place in Barrial, so be careful. A lot of people are gonna hear you, but it's okay, I suppose. Like, I don't think it's that big of a deal. Oh, come on, I want you to come here. There we go. If you want my honest opinion, I think the only resource that you actually need to gather is the wood. And as for the bricks and the metal, let it come with the looting and the chests and whatever, but don't really bother actually gathering them from the environment. Like, in my opinion, wood is the only thing that actually is worth gathering from the environment, you know. But when it comes to brick or metal, just don't worry about gathering them and just focus on the wood, and they will come eventually with the loot and with the kills and with the chests. You'll find yourself having a good amount of bricks and metal, so it will be good. Anyways, the first part of the video is over. Now let's go to the second part. So let me just kill myself real quick. Hold on a second. There we go. Exactly. No, holy shit, this actually does very low amount of damage. Are you kidding me? Oh my god, I'm gonna have to wait for myself to die as well. No, I'm gonna leave. Alright, the second part of the video, I'm gonna talk about how to gather resources fast in general, not each resource on its own. No, how to gather any type of resource fast. So what you wanna do is to go to your setting and then go into your setting. I said setting 2 times, but it doesn't really matter. Go to your key binding and go all the way down until you reach number 1 or locker emote number 1. Now make this right mouse button. What is the right mouse button, you might be wondering? It's actually the button that you aim with. If you have a gaming mouse, you can actually choose a gaming mouse button from your own perspective. For example, the thumb mouse button, this is one of the buttons in my mouse. There is also this thumb mouse button too, whatever, also another button in my mouse. So yeah, if you have a gaming mouse, you can actually choose a button of your choosing that's actually easy to reach. But if you do not have a gaming mouse with buttons, you can simply make it to right mouse button, and don't worry, this will not affect your aiming at all, but it might give you slight problems at some moments. Like at some moments when you are trying to aim at someone, you will accidentally do the emote in front of him and it's gonna be embarrassing, but this is very rare. But generally speaking, it won't cause you any troubles. But yeah, if you have a gaming mouse, I would suggest you to actually go with a button on the gaming mouse that you do not use in anything else in the game. That's actually way safer. The next thing you want to do is to go to your locker and then go to your first emote and change it into whatever you want, but it has to be something small and simple that you do with your hand. Don't go into a dance. I mean, you can do it with a dance, alright? I'm not saying you can't, but it will be much preferable for you to just use one of these, quick, emotes that you do with your hand, and that's it. I don't really like this 1 HP thing, so let's go with this one. I think that one is pretty cool. What is this? When did I get it? I don't know, maybe in one of the battle passes, but yeah, I think this one's cool. Anyways, yeah, let's get back into the game now. I don't need to go to 50v50 anymore. I'll show you in the playground. Alright, here's exactly what you want to do in order for you to do this method to gather resources fast. Now let's make sure that we actually have the emote ready and the mouse button. I attach it into my gaming mouse button, but you can attach it to the right mouse button if you don't have buttons in your mouse. It's cool. Now here's exactly what you want to do. You need to gather emote gather and then keep going on. That's actually gonna give you a boost, like 2 times instead of 1. There you go. Gather and then gather. It's going to give you a little bit of boost. If you guys didn't notice, I actually did 2 times in 1 time only. There you go, one more time. I mean, it's actually so simple to use if you have the 2 buttons in your mouse, and actually it gives you a little bit of a boost. I would say if you are going to break this tree in a regular way in 4 seconds or something, this boost is gonna make it in 2.5 seconds. So yeah, it's really cool. Now personally, I don't like using it that much because I don't think it's worth it, just gather wood and gather resources the regular way. It's not exactly like these 1.5 seconds are not gonna save your life, but at the the same time, it's kind of cool to do, you know? I mean, whenever I see someone using it, I'm like, oh yeah, this guy is kind of decent, you know what I'm saying? Like, it actually kind of looks good. But like I said, I don't think it's entirely worth it, especially after Season 5, because they patched it a little. I mean, before that, it was easier to do, but nowadays, it's actually a little bit, you know, a little bit not trustworthy. Like, it's still doable. It's still doable in Season 5, but they patched it to the point that there is actually a chance you will mess it up and actually do the emote instead of gathering wood. So you might actually end up wasting time instead of saving it. So yeah, like I said, will you actually save time or waste time? You do not know. Will you actually do it right every time, or will you do the emote in the middle? You do not know. So yeah, you know, I mean, they kind of messed it up completely in Season 5 update. But don't worry, if you actually do it for a period of time, you will actually be able to master it and you won't have any trouble doing it. Even after that patch, you won't really do that emote except very few times. Anyways, that's all about today's video. I told you today about the best locations to get every single type of resource ever. I told you the fastest way to gather resources in general by using that simple glitch, even though it's a little bit, you know, patched after Season 5, but it's still doable and it's still actually pretty cool. I personally stopped using it that much after, what the hell, why didn't I not build? I swear to God, I told him to build. I personally don't use it that much after Season 5 update because it's kind of not worth it anymore. But yeah, in Season 4 it was really cool, especially that you were able to do it while jumping. You were able to do it while crouching as well, I suppose. Like in Season 4 it was actually very doable. Oh yeah, I understand now, I reached the sky limit. But yeah, it's still doable and it's still fun, so if you still want to use it, it's okay, it's fine, but it's not as cool as it used to be in Season 4. The same exact thing for the resources locations actually. I mean, everything is not as cool as it's used to in the previous seasons. They actually messed up a lot of things in this season. Anyways, yeah, that's all about this video on how to gather resources fast in this game, and that's all. That's what I see, guys. There. Bye. Okay, wait for him to die. Wait for him. There we go.